Hi, my name's John Wright, and I'm right here in Washington State. My dad was the legendary D.B. Cooper, and right there, that's a picture of my brother. That's a picture of my dad on my back. My dad, my dad and Jerry Wright look so much alike. And then they put my picture across the internet and put me on the run. And you see, I could buy a $400 or $500 championship belt to walk around and go ha 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 like that because I goddamn caught on to what they're doing. And I love to rub shit in people's face, especially when they've made me eat so much crap that they have perpetrated and forced upon other people, the community, and used me to silence the community. Now, people in America should goddamn wake up to what's been happening, and when things happen, now we got motorcyclists, we got people looking in. When people realize what's happened, you know, I'm a very reasonable person. I'm a very reasonable person. I believe in the Constitution of the United States of America. I believe right over wrong, and anybody that wants to suppress probably has a reason for the suppression. It's because they're guilty of something, of the facts that they're trying to suppress. I don't like suppression, and I don't like backdoor deals. So nobody takes me in the goddamn back room again at a lawyer's office and tell me what they're going to do when they've murdered someone right in front of me, and that's exactly what they did down at an attorney's office, Brian Baker office down there in Chehalis, Washington. Matter of fact, my real estate agent came right through Brian's office, Baker's office. Why would my real estate agent attack me through that guy? Well, it was because it was all D.B. Cooper's money, and they knew it was dirty. And at that Fairlanes Bowling Center right there, they stole all of my business plans. They took out 4 lanes, they put the short lanes in, they did goddamn everything that I've seen, other than they didn't put my MMA ring in there, because I was going to have octagon fighting in that bowling alley, because there was people that was acting out in the community, and if they want to come down to my house and they got a goddamn problem, I'm going to set you right in that fucking ring to settle a score. You'll never come through my goddamn door. And people knew that, and that bowling alley was filled with people. But after they screwed me, they had people for a period of time. They can clean up that act, but there's always rumors in that bowling alley what they'd done to me and that member of the community. Their silence is golden game. My brother had a paddle up in the Morton school that said silence is golden in Betty Willman's class. Every child that went to school there seen that. Everybody knows the legend of Terry Lance Shortridge that got murdered in that town. Christy Powell of Morton, Washington, her brother Dan works for the city of Morton. Friend of my dad's. The people in the city and stuff in there, they work that thing. It's like, oh, have you ever seen that town where all the women just act out in a strange way. You know, something wives, Betworth wives, or something like that. My gosh, you talk about people and the way that they act in a community. You know, just terrible looking back at things. Now I see, you know, I have a lot of grief over Donald Trump. And I feel my reasons are very justified. Very justified. The Republican Party ripped off my gold mine in Elko, Nevada. I'm standing here right here. I'm sitting here right here in front of you. It's a beautiful day outside. I haven't left this property since I got here. I believe it was in 2016, 2017. I haven't left this piece of property because I've been threatened by the law enforcement community all around me and the people around me. I mean, just yesterday I was reminded that they're going to be logging behind my house here. And I said, well, that's nice. You know, I suggest that they don't log behind that house. This Browns right here, the Browns Mortuary, next to the bowling alley in Morton, Washington. That bowling alley is called Alpine Bowl. Right here we're on Alpine and Delphi. My sister's doing signs. Are there placed my sister here and forcing her to comply? But then again, she may think that she's involved in something larger than life through hypnosis, because I'll tell you, there was a point where they were having hypnosis for success and her children wasn't getting good grades, and I listened to those because I was living in Bonnie's house. And we talked about hypnosis, and she says, well, no, those tapes didn't have no effect. And I said, well, you don't know what the residual effects of those tapes actually was. And Bonnie really can't speak from a point of she's a professional and she knows better than I do. I'm not saying I'm a professional, but at least I've been to a 21-day pain center where my doctor, Larry Hall, from Centralia, Washington, he owns the rehabilitation center down there. He owns the orthopedic center down there in Centralia, Washington. Big name, Larry Hall, U.S. ski team. He goes around, does work. He went to South America to do surgeries on people. I asked him if he would like me to go with them, and I told him I'd protect him. And Larry Hall would know that I'm telling the truth. So anyway, now what I'm saying is they've kept a really tight rope on me. I haven't been no place in years. I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. And I found out my brother Jerry's hiding behind barbed wire fences, and there was a boy named Ott. His body was found behind my brother's house, and my brother Jerry would plant a body behind my brother's house because that's what Jerry does. And it's the yin and the yang effect. Just like there's another body, the Morton Bowling Alley's here, and there's another one across like this, like it's a cross like this, the zodiac for one, but it's the yin and the yang. It's like them having, the Fairhearts having the Morton Bowling Alley right there, that 4-lane bowling alley, and on the opposite side of the block, the opposite side from the mill side, is the Fairheart side, and right there, that there's where Odin Sheldy lived, the owner of that 2x4 mill, during the time of the D.B. Cooper crime. And I knew Odin Sheldy personally because he come down to the bowling alley. I spent time in Mr. Odin Sheldy's home with Michael Baker. Michael Baker knew this millionaire. He says, I know a millionaire. I knew Michael Baker, and I used to run around with this boy. And my sister, she has a son named Michael Baker. So let's don't be confused on this, but Michael Baker, he had a brother named Chuck Baker too. And I think Chucky Baker got in a little bit of trouble. And let's see, but I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is true, or I wouldn't spend $500 on a belt like this to hold up and go, hey, are we having fun yet? Because don't you love that? And I hold up a cup of coffee too. Aren't we having fun yet? And when I see a cop and I'm holding this belt and this cup of coffee, and I say, now how do you feel today? How do you feel today? You know what I think? I think DB Cooper needs a presidential pardon. And also dump Trump because the Republican Party was behind it. I'm DB Cooper's son. DB Cooper's son deserves a presidential pardon before Donald Trump deserves a get out of jail for free card. I just want everybody to know that. And I'm going to go out pretty soon. I bought me a little golf thing, a little thing so I can put my golf ball up out here. I'm going to put my golf ball up out here. There's people down here, slow down. You know what? They go slow right here so I know that they're looking now. Great, fine, wonderful. I hope to be down at the lake having a picnic on the bench with the people, instead of being stuck in a motorhome next to woods and having people harass me. If you lock up a lion in a cage, and they used to call me Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion, and they'd rattle a spoon on the thing, and now my family members, since I bought this motorhome and stuff, I've had them out here actually playing baseball catch next to my motorhome. And they live over there, and they live over there. But they find it over here as most convenience because they don't think that I'll do anything. And then I put fucking writing on the goddamn wall so you guys could see it. My family members could see it. Matter of fact, I put shirts on goddamn crosses out here with like a shirt, like a stick man, that says, if you do the crime, it's jail time. Matter of fact, I'm wearing one of those shirts that's in one of the videos where I start writing stuff across it because I wrote stuff across shirts. I never bought shirts that has stuff on it like this before. The only goddamn reason I bought a fucking shirt that has a face on it is because that's my brother's face. That's Jerry L. Wright's face down there in Lewis County, Washington. I want my goddamn reward money. And I want this to all stop immediately. And I don't think I'm asking for too goddamn much. Does any American out there that sees this, fucking you write the U.S. Marshal's office what's going on right here. You feel free to contact them because I'm blackballed. I couldn't get help. If I had a heart attack, I wouldn't even call 911. I wouldn't ask for help from the law enforcement community because the law enforcement community would never help an innocent man when it would end up revealing that they've been guilty for covering up crimes, or people that's in their office will keep the lid on this because they can't live up to what they're doing. Throw them out of office, men. You good police officers, you don't even need a badge. You have the decency and respect to go out to the community and confront them like I would in my bowling alley. I never used a gun. I'd go down there and I'd meet people that was tough. Are you so goddamn tough that you can't face the truth? Have a goddamn cup of coffee with me. I'd like the governor to come here. I'd like to have a goddamn conversation with him right there in the yard. They like to come down that goddamn fire hall. He could park his car right there and meet me right here at the goddamn road. Me and him would have a goddamn really nice talk, Jay. And by the way, I sent you a package and a document over to your office. I already gave you a courtesy call, brother. And people don't like it because I'm coming forward. Too bad. 15